Have you heard of a FOIA or Freedom of Information Act request? For an immigration case, it can be a way to get a copy of your file with an immigration agency, which can be useful for various types of situations. If you've had a visa denied, or a border apprehension, or an application denied, or you need to get a copy of a petition that someone filed for you, the way that you do all of these things is by filing a FOIA. And you do it with the proper agency. In our office, when we see someone who needs a FOIA, we go ahead and do 5 different agencies so we can make sure we find the information. And I can say that one thing that people want to really be thinking about right now related to FOIAs is in connection with the law 245I. Now I know FOIA, 245I, that might just sound like blah, 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 a bunch of gobbledygook. But the situation is this. There was a law in April of 2001 that was a type of amnesty that said that anyone who was petitioned back then can go ahead and get legal status inside the United States without having to leave the country. But many people who filed petitions, that was more than 20 years ago, they've now forgotten about it. They certainly don't have the paperwork saved or in a file in their house. And what you can do, if you know, for example, that your uncle who was a U.S. citizen filed for your mom who is from Mexico, and you were included in that application because you were her child, but maybe you don't have a copy of it, you can get a FOIA to get a copy of that filing, which would then allow you to be able to adjust status potentially through this law 245I. So all of this stuff can get rather complex, but it's important to know that you have the right to get a copy of your immigration file through FOIAs. And if someone in your family was petitioned before 2001, now is really the time to start moving forward on these, especially because the visa bulletin is getting to the point where they're processing cases for siblings from Mexico. So if you've been thinking about doing this for a while, now's your time. Take this as your note. This is the universe tapping you to go ahead and reach out to an immigration lawyer and look at whether you need a FOIA or you can get legal status in the United States.